Hello, class, and welcome to the final episode of JAD Sports Live.
Yeah.
First question, what did you set out to do?
Okay. As a group, we set out to create an ESPN type sports talk show.
Alright. What did you set out to learn and why?
Okay, so at the beginning of 20% time, I set out to learn how to become a sportscaster, sports person who's on an ESPN show, for example. And I did this because I love sports and I like debating about it.
Alright. I set out to learn more about sports broadcasting because I'm actually personally interested in this field of work. I wanted to be able to experience what it was like to actually create, research, and do all that in the process of being a sports broadcaster through this project.
Alright. I set out to learn more about what sports broadcasters do and what process they have to go through to make the broadcasts. Why? Because I like sports and I'm really interested in sports, so I thought this would be a really fun project to do. Next question. Did you accomplish what you set out to do?
Okie dokie. So at the beginning of 20% time, I set out to learn how to become a sportscaster, and in the end, I feel like I did accomplish this goal. And I also feel like we achieved other things along the way, like, for example, Google Hangouts that Mr. Adams' ingenious brain thought of that almost helped save our 20% time.
I agree. I feel very accomplished, and I feel like that I actually did what I set out to do, which was to create this and learn along the way. I mean, this was such a great experience, and I feel very accomplished with this project.
Yeah, I said that we did accomplish what we set out to do because in like our proposal, we said that we were gonna create videos, and in the end, we did. It did take us a while to be able to create the good videos, but yeah, in the end, we did. What obstacles did you encounter and overcome?
Okay. The most major obstacle I had to overcome personally, and probably for that fact for the rest of the group, was the issue of being free to actually do the 20% time project. Between our busy schedules, it was hard to find time.
Yeah. I said for me, the main obstacle was, well, really the only obstacle was time. It's very hard. It was very hard for all three of us to find time to do it all together and log on and get this thing filmed and recorded. I mean, we're three different people. We all live our own lives. Our schedules are very busy with sports, school, and all that, especially with finals and stuff. I mean, we were able to get it done, but it was a very hard challenge to overcome.
Along with time, I said that it was really hard for us to get started. Like, there was a lot of days where we would hang out, but we wouldn't really know how to start it off or what to broadcast about. So, yeah, that we were able to overcome that though because we figured out what sports we were gonna broadcast about and what we were gonna do our videos on. What did you accomplish? Show off.
All right, well, as a group, this is what we accomplished through our presentation. We're on Google Hangouts. This is where we recorded and did every single episode of JAD Sports from.
Alright. Are you satisfied?
Yes. In the end, I am satisfied. But I still believe that if I had another chance to do 20% time again, that with Google Hangouts and with other ideas that we learned along the way, I could accomplish more.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually satisfied with this, but I really did wish that we'd be able to figure out what we wanted to do from the get-go instead of waiting 3 months into it and actually getting the idea from Mr. Adams to do it on Google Hangouts. But overall, I am very satisfied because I've never actually had to think outside of the box and expand my comfort zone with any project. I mean, thanks to 20% time, I really got to develop skills with computers and Google Hangouts and become more comfortable on screen. But I'm very proud of what we created as a group in JAD Sports.
Alright, I said that I was very satisfied because we did accomplish what we set out to do in the beginning, which was make a broadcast and to have videos, and it yeah, we had. It took us a while, so that I wish we would have had the Google Hangouts idea from the beginning, because then we would have been able to learn a lot more and make more videos. But yeah, I'm still satisfied because we did end result with a bunch of videos that we were able to make. What did you learn about your project?
Okie dokie. I learned that to do 20% time and to do the topic of a sportscaster, you need to have a free schedule first and a free schedule to research and record episodes. And I also learned that being a sportscaster is super fun, and it's also fun debating about the sports questions.
Alright, well, through this project, I really learned how to research and put all the information together into successfully creating a live broadcast and debates with, of course, Dawson during our episodes if you've ever seen them.
Alright, I learned that there is a lot of planning that goes into these broadcasts. I mean, we would spend hours trying to figure out what questions to ask, how to answer them, what games to do it on. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than I thought it would be. But after Mr. Adams gave us the idea for the Google Hangouts, it did become a lot easier than it was at the beginning. What did you learn about yourself?
Okay. I learned about myself that I enjoy being on a sports debating talk show, and I like analyzing sports topics and games and researching and just having fun beating Jacob in our sports game.
Alright, well, I learned about myself that I do get a little stressed out because I feel like it's just crunch time all the time. So I realized that I'd get very stressed out when I'd have to film the episodes on the weekends, and I would always worry about what we'd have to do. I also learned about myself that I am actually very comfortable being on screen. Like, I'm able to be myself and have fun while doing these debates without getting all tense or anything.
Alright, I learned how to manage my time better because all these blog posts were due on the weekends, and I had a lot of soccer. So I learned how to better make use of my time when you guys were available and to use the few hours that we had together wisely. Would you do anything differently?
Yes, if I had a second chance at this 20% time project, I would use Google Hangouts, or any other recording device earlier in the project, so we could actually record our episodes, and that helped along the way. Also, I would explore different types of sports talk show genres, and hopefully agree with my group to try them out.
Okay. For me personally, if I were to do something differently, I would incorporate the game show that we did on Google Hangouts with an actual broadcast of sports, actually making it into an ESPN type of show, like where they would discuss like current events going on in sports. Like right now, it's the Super Bowl. And then also later on, we would do the game show of primetime questions, which we incorporated later on. But in overall, that's what I would end up doing with this.
If we had to do something differently, I would probably want the Google Hangouts idea to come earlier, because that would have made it a lot easier, and would have gotten a lot more done. Or even like finding out about like the Wii video thing on the computer. We could have added in, like Jacob said, the actual clips of like sports games, and it would have made it much more realistic. But yeah, next time I guess. Alright.
That's it. Okie dokie.
Alright.
See ya!